Happy New Year! Woo! I didn't have any noisemakers or things. I did make it up till 12:01 though. I was pretty proud of myself. Pajama Gramma, Horne-Ellstrom here. Today is day 276 of our daily live shares in this amazing group. 276 days we've all gone live, that many days in a row. And as we start the new year and continue on this amazing challenge, I am doing a couple of different things this year. I decided that I did a lot of stuff last year. I created a lot of content and I got comfortable with talking and sharing and my voice. However, I didn't have a targeted message or a targeted group of people that I have been serving. And so I learned a lot though. Oh my gosh, it's really interesting. Once you find the platform that works for you, I'm old and I do business to business stuff. So the platform that works best for me right now, it could change anytime, is actually LinkedIn. LinkedIn is working really amazingly for me. I'll do a video on Facebook Live and get like 9 to 19 views. That same exact video will get 500 or 600 or 700 or 800 views. That exact same video on LinkedIn. I don't know or understand exactly why, but obviously the people on my LinkedIn are much more responsive and more likely to watch my videos than, and I'm doing only supersized business videos on that particular platform. So maybe it's because I'm more consistent and my messages are all about the same thing, growing and building your own business. And so all of that, which does fit with the LinkedIn platform, it's amazing the difference in the number of views. So I just laugh when people give me a hard time about my YouTube. I'll have like 0 views or 1 view or 2 views. And because I'm not using that, I just use that platform as a middle ground to actually pull the audio out of my videos so that I can put that on my podcast. So it's really interesting to me. People will judge you based on their expectations and their platform things, and they don't really know the big picture. So if I was only on YouTube, I'd be in trouble. I would have quit by now. If I was only on Facebook, I would be in trouble. I would have quit by now because, you know, is getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and getting cleaned up and doing Facebook Lives every day to get 9 or 10 people to watch it or 2 or 3 people to watch some? No, absolutely not. But having that same video spread across various platforms and knowing that the same video will get a couple views here, a couple views there on each of the different platforms, but then I'll go to LinkedIn and it'll get hundreds of views. That makes doing it absolutely positively worth it. So I'm doing a couple new things this year with my videos. I'm finishing up, and I already put my books away, but the daily scare share, which is doing one thing a day that scares you or stretches your comfort zone. I think today was day 359. I was going to do just 365 for like a year, but I might do like 5 or 10 bonus days that I can use to bring people to that content. And then I'll repurpose that content in an email sequence or a membership area that people can access for free or as a bonus to my other offerings and my other products and services. So I've created all that content, and it's not for naught, even though people didn't maybe watch it to the tunes of hundreds of people every day. Guess what? It doesn't mean that the next time around or the next format or the different way of presenting that material won't be super effective and valuable to people. So I'm going to do that. So I'll finish off that. Again, today was day 359. I was going to go just through 365, but I might continue it a little further because I'm doing it on my customer catcher page. So it's an obscure page. So it doesn't really matter how many days or what I do with that. And that was kind of my philosophy with the different pages that I've recorded on in this past year in 2018, was to practice, just like in this group, what works, what doesn't work, find out what works, what platforms don't work. And it was just that 2018 was a big learning year for me. 2019 is, okay, you learned everything you need to know for right now. Now put to work just the stuff that works. Do the tweaks and do the things that you know you've needed to do for months, like put an intro and an outro on your podcast. Go ahead and build your YouTube, build a YouTube channel, get a fun intro and outro on your YouTube videos and start, using that platform a little bit better. Do some more things on other platforms that I haven't explored. Instagram, man, I still don't have that figured out. And so maybe I'll get some help with Instagram, whatever makes the most sense. Not sure my people are on Instagram. They're on Instagram sharing things, the people I want, but I'm not sure that's the platform that I will be using to find the people that I want to work with. I am starting on my Pajama Gramma page a year-long, because now I'm into these 365-day challenges, a year-long do one thing a day that makes you happy series. So my Pajama Gramma, in the Pajama Gramma podcast, but the Pajama Gramma page was just a place to like warm up my voice every morning. So the first video I make every morning is on my Pajama Gramma page. I started out by asking a question, just asking a general question every day to kind of warm up my voice and get me able to talk in the morning. Then it turned into, I did a bunch of different things. I did a bunch of different challenges and things on that page throughout the last year. I haven't kept count of how many days I've done the Pajama Gramma podcast, but I think I started that almost the same time as the Daily Scare Share. Maybe the exact same time. So it might be 359 days for that one as well. But I know I started it because I needed to have kind of I make my videos first thing in the morning. So I kind of needed a way to warm up my voice. Otherwise you got that gravel, gritty voice first thing in the morning. And nobody wants to listen to that, right? Although I think my kids think that my normal voice is pretty annoying in the morning anyway. So I'm going to do on the Pajama Gramma page now for a year, one thing a day that makes me happy, one thing a day that makes you happy, because I want people to join in and realize it's just like stretching your comfort zone with the Daily Scare Share. If you do one little thing a day to stretch and get out of your comfort zone, or to think differently and look at the world differently and change your perspective, all of a sudden who you were at the beginning and who you are at the end are two entirely different people. And different people in a good way, because you've grown in the direction you want to grow. Because you answer the questions and you do the activities from your own perspective. And so wherever you are to wherever you end up is entirely up to you. And the same thing will be with the Happiness Project. I'm not going to call it the Happiness Project, but it kind of is a happiness project with Pajama Gramma that, and you don't have to do 365 days. You can pop in anytime. And the activities aren't like date specific. I did mention that today was the first of the year because I'm starting the happiness one today on New Year's. But that's the only date that I'll really mention. It'll just be day 1, day 2, day 3, through day 365. And whatever date you're listening to it, whenever you hear it, whenever you see it, that will be appropriate for you. Because we always find things in our own right timing. The other thing I did, and I shared today on my journey, because I'm documenting my journey as I go from the offline brick and mortar world to the online world. I'm doing that on my Be Me to Thrive page, but I think I didn't do it today, but I think I'm going to move that to my Horne-Ellstrom page, and I'm going to start doing that there. I share all of these on my main Facebook page anyway. I don't have to, but I do. I just kind of automatically have made that part of my process of what I call processing my videos. So I will, but I'm thinking about, as I move the happiness one to Pajama Gramma, I'm thinking about moving my, documenting my journey of my adventure and my building my online businesses to my Horne-Ellstrom page. I probably should have done that today, but I'll make an announcement and kind of transition it. I don't think it'll be a big deal. And then, because I want to get off my obscure pages. My obscure pages have like a couple thousand followers on them. And with the Facebook algorithm and the way it shows things now, Facebook will show on a 4,000 follower page or a 10,000 follower page, Facebook will show my videos to like under 20 people, which to me is mind-boggling, because they want us to pay for advertising. I am trying to teach people how to build their businesses organically, so I don't want to pay for advertising. It's kind of the principle of the thing. How long does it take? How do you do it? I want to prove to people that you can do it without having to just throw a bunch of money after it. Now, there's people that have a lot of money, or they get investors or things that can throw a bunch of money at it, but the vast majority of people do not have a bunch of money to throw at anything as they're building something new and growing and supersizing their business. So I want to make the majority of what I do and what I teach people things that they can do right now. If they invest the time and the energy, they can make it work for them. It doesn't have to be all about money. But I also show them and teach them how to find money if they want it. So I also, on that, the big long discussion about that was because I actually shared some resolutions today. I don't usually set like resolutions or New Year's resolutions, but this morning I woke up and I'm like, yeah, I need to do some resolutions. Not just goals, not just the usual things. And on my Supersize Business page, I did share a trick for taking each of your main areas, setting a goal area up for each of your main aspects of your life, financial, contribution, spiritual, mental, physical, relationships, emotional. For each of these areas, I taught people how to go from just saying an I am statement, an affirmation, to an affirmation. And those are like 100 times more powerful. And if you create one of those for each area, each of those 7 primary areas of your life, and review them daily, it's amazing how fast you'll see results in those areas. So I shared that. But I got this sense that I needed to resolve some things in my life. And so I set 4 resolutions this year for myself. The first one was to take back control of absolutely every aspect and area of my life. Some things I've just let slip and go by default, and that's not okay for me. I need to exercise my personal power. I need to experience my personal power, and I need to expand my personal power this year in every area and aspect of my life, especially in the areas of health, wealth, and relationships. Because some of those areas, like relationships, I've just let slide. And that's not okay. It's not okay for me. It's not okay for the people I love and care about. It's not okay because that's part of how I do my 4th resolution, which is I resolve to make the world a better place. I resolve to make an impact on this world in my own way. And I'm going to do that by my 3rd resolution was I resolve to just be me. Not little me, big me. The real me that is supposed to be here putting my message out in the world. Because the more I am myself, the more it gives other people permission to be themselves as well. As weird ass or crazy as that might be with my side ponytails, obviously, I don't have him in my bathrobe. Obviously, I'm okay with being my strange self. But I do that on purpose. And I want people to understand what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and why I'm showing up like I show up. Do I have a closet full of business suits? Absolutely. If I'm targeting business owners, wouldn't it make more sense to show up in my business suits? Yep. 10 years ago, 100%. I wouldn't have been caught dead in a bathrobe. But now it's intentional. I need to explain to people and help them understand what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and why it's important to them, and what they can learn from it in terms of being themselves as well. And then the other one was I am going to once and for all kick certain limiting beliefs out of my life. Now, I've been dealing with limiting beliefs since 2000 well, my whole life. We all have limiting beliefs. We just don't know they're limiting beliefs because they're just our beliefs. We don't even know that we have limiting beliefs. But I've resolved this year to actually looking at the results I'm getting and saying, all right, if this result isn't 100% of what I want in this area of my life, what am I believing? What am I thinking? What am I feeling? What am I doing? What am I not doing right now that's getting me that result, and that result not being what I want? What belief or thought or feeling or emotions do I need to change in order to get me the result that I really want? So I'm resolving to kick those limiting beliefs to the curb and in the ass once and for all. And will they sneak back? Yep, because they do. But I'm committed to finding strategies to really, really knock them out of my life. And I know that will involve more personal development, more personal growth, which I love anyway. So I am all for having these be my resolutions. So that's it. That's enough, right? That's enough babbling from me today. Go out, make it a fantastic day. Enjoy your New Year's Day. And then get ready to hit the ground running tomorrow, because we all have so much that we're here to do to make the world a better place, to be ourselves, to contribute and take control and 100% responsibility for everything in our life, all of our results, good, bad, and ugly. Guess what? I'm responsible for all of them. I created them. And the scariest part of that is I created them for a reason. Even the bad stuff, even the really, really bad shit that happens in our lives and to us and to those we love and care about, that's there to show us something. We don't always want to look at it, but it's always there to show me something. All right, have a fantastic day. I'm going to enjoy my Christmas cup. It's probably time to put the Christmas cups away, so I'm going to enjoy one last coffee in my Christmas cup today and go sit by the tree and map out some more parts of my offer for the Women's Summit and the messages and the copy for that, because copy takes me a long time. I might have to get some experts to help me with that. And just have an awesome day. It's quiet. The kids are all still out, so they stayed overnight. Thankfully, they were smart enough to not drive. They went to a party and they all stayed, so I think that's great, because I love when people are responsible, especially when there's a lot of crazies. I don't go out on New Year's. I consider it amateur night. I prefer to not go out. Or if I go out early and make sure I'm home way before midnight and all the crazy bar time stuff and antics. All right, I will see you tomorrow with day 3, 377. 377. No. 277. See? Crazy lady. Have a fantastic day. Bye. Happy New Year.